Hey, what's up everyone? Just dusted off the microphone to record a quick video here. And when I say dusted off, I mean literally dusted off. I've been traveling a fair amount in the past couple weeks, and then I just recently moved, still within San Diego, but I moved and packed everything up. And so I actually had to pull out my microphone and brush the dust off it in order to record this. But happy to be back, and hopefully you find this video useful. So I sent out an email this morning, keep 'em rocking. It was a blog update with a blog post that my good friend Paul Sokol wrote for me. And I did Paul a massive disservice. I included a bunch of broken links. So this image, this link here, and then this button as well. Actually, the button, I forgot to update the text as well. So clearly I was in a big rush when I was creating this email, and I broke some of my own cardinal rules. I didn't test it, and I sent out an email with broken links. So let me show you what to do about it in case you've done this, or in case it happens to you somewhere down the road. So I click on this link, and you can see it takes me to a 404 page. Really, I published the article, and then I changed the URL. So here's the actual link, if I just remove that. So the article is there, but this email is already in people's inbox, right? Okay, so let's switch into Infusionsoft, and first thing you'll notice is that I have my recent activity widget here on the dashboard. If you don't have that widget, you can actually just click this Add Widgets button and go ahead and pop it onto your dashboard, because it does come in pretty useful. But what I'm looking for is people who have clicked the link, and obviously I just did this, so you can see that Greg has clicked all these different links. So what you're going to do is go ahead and click directly on the URL, and it should open a little dialog window where you can manage the automation link. So from here you can see the link name, you can also see the URL that it's pointing to. And you can actually adjust this here. So if I go ahead and delete that, I can paste in the appropriate link with the new URL that isn't a broken link. And then I can go ahead and save this. So let's do that again for the next two, right? And I can open this. Actually, you can see the ID number for the links up here as well. So this is link ID 15210. So when Infusionsoft sends out emails, right, it creates an automation link for any links that you have included in the email so that the system knows how to think about them. So by doing that, what it's also giving you is the ability to come back in here and adjust where those links are pointing should you need to. So you can see right here, again, Infusionsoft nonprofit. So the word monkeypod is actually what was breaking that link. So let's go ahead and delete that. And then we'll scroll down and click save. And now we've done 3, and let's look ahead and do a couple more here. So there we go, 5 underused features. So that's different. I don't need to do that one. And then the last one here should be Paul's blog post about his cookbook, how the cookbook came to be, and that one was working as well. So I've updated the 3 links that were broken. And now that I've gone ahead and changed that URL, I should be able to come back here into the email. And because these links are redirects, now when I click them, instead of taking me to the broken 404 page, it should successfully redirect to Paul's post. And you can see that it does. So now anyone who has this email in their inbox, that link is pointing to a new location. I've gone ahead and switched the automation link inside Infusionsoft, and by doing that, I've gone ahead and changed where that URL is pointing in their inbox. Guys, this is a little bit advanced, but it's not overly technical. So in addition to correcting a mistake you may have made, you could actually use this strategically to take them from a order form to a closed cart page if an offer of yours has expired or an event has sold out. So I want you to be aware that you can retroactively adjust the destination that links are pointing to in emails that have already been sent. All right, so let me show you how and why this works. In a normal email, like if you're just sending an email to me or to a friend or to a coworker or whatever, if you put a link in that email and you send it to the person, when they click that link, right, it's going to take them to whatever the destination was for that URL. And the key distinction here is when you click send, that link is locked and loaded, right? So that's added to the email and it's coded into the code of the email. So when they click it, it can only take them to that destination, right? So it works a little differently in Infusionsoft. Because you're using Infusionsoft to send your emails, Infusionsoft wants to track those links. It wants to tell you who clicked and who didn't. And the way that it does that, at least per my understanding, is it creates redirect links for any link you put into an email. So if I add a link here, right, and I send it to a person and that person then clicks the link that I added, instead of taking them directly to that page, it first calls back to Infusionsoft to see, hey, Infusionsoft, where am I supposed to be sending them? And then it takes them to that page. The reason that this distinction is so important is because the link isn't locked in at the time that you sent it. The link is locked in at the time that they click on it. So if I come in here after the fact and I change where that link is pointing, the next time that they click it, or maybe the first time if they haven't clicked it yet, instead of taking them to that original URL, it's going to take them to a new URL. Right? So you can see that I had the blue order form, now it takes them to the red one. And then if I change it again and they click that link a few days later, now it's going to take them to a third URL, right? Infusionsoft thinks about each of these links as an ID number. It assigns them an automation link ID number. Let's just say 1234, right? Well, that link ID number 1234 exists in Infusionsoft independent of any URL. And then you have the ability to then adjust where that link is pointing at a given time. So if you've sent out an email and it had the wrong link in it, like I did, Infusionsoft created link ID 1234 for me, and then all I had to do was go swap out where that link was pointing, and now new people who go ahead and click on that, instead of getting the broken 404 page, they're going to get the actual blog post. Now, I want to add one more thing here. If you sent out a link, and maybe it was the right link, but you forgot to add actions to it, you can use this same process to include automation. So you can go back in, find the recent activity widget, click on the link you want to modify. It should open the automation links area. You should see something like this, where you can then manage that automation link. And here's the key distinction. Lots of people don't notice that there's this little actions tab, where you can add a tag or any other number of actions that you want to happen when somebody clicks on this particular link. Now, that's really important because if you did send out an email and you forgot that you wanted it to trigger a campaign or stop a campaign or create a task or something like that, well, you can come back in here after it's already in their inbox and you can add additional actions to make sure that you get the tracking and reporting or the automation that you need for this particular link. Now, I'm going to go ahead and encourage, if you are curious about adding actions or running actions on a contact that has already received your email, I'm going to go ahead and encourage you to check out the video that Box Out Marketing did. That's actually Tyler Garnes from Box Out Marketing. I love their stuff. I'm a big fan of what they're doing over there. But they did a video about a month and a half ago, about fixing a link tag after an email is sent. And he talks about exporting that list, how to find the list, how to export it, how to manage that export, and then how to re-import to get the right actions on the right people. I'm not going to dive into all of that. I just wanted to call out this specific actions tab because unless I missed it, I think Tyler left it out of his video, and I think that this is a really critical component in setting up actions that will run for future people who engage with that particular link. Now, that's it for me. I hope you have found this valuable. Please comment, share, or like, or just give me feedback if this was the type of trick that you want in your back pocket so I can create more of this stuff. Hopefully you never make a mistake and you never have to run across something like this, but if you're like me, you're human, and I made a mistake today, so here's how I fixed it. Cheers.